1913. Coco is at home in the Rue Cambon, dancing spiritedly to some inner music. She sings to herself in front of a full-length mirror. Qui qu'a vu Coco dans Trocadéro? Her lips are red, her eyes sable, and her white dress cut with a ravishing simplicity. Several times she turns around, admiring her slim silhouette. She relishes the crackly sound her petticoat makes as it rubs against the silk of her gown. All week she has laboured over that gown, fussing over the collar and fretting at the hem. Now at last she is happy. It looks stunning, and she knows it. Daringly, the tiered white silk hangs well above the ankle. Straight and fluted at the bottom, the dress flows like a liquid down her body. She has slaved away, too, at the hat, a broad brim of black silk and a close-fitting crown. She pulls it on and tucks away a lick of hair, adjusting the brim until it hangs at a sly angle. A shadow falls across one side of her face. Où combien ici maintenant pour rien? She laughs. Then, tilting her head back amorously, she dabs with a single finger a smidgen of perfume along her throat. Tonight she's excited. She has never been to a proper concert before. Several works are to be performed, including the premiere of a piece by Stravinsky. Everyone will be there. It should be an event. She feels a little apprehensive, but experiences, too, a heady intensification of her senses. Each whisper of her dress, each spore of her perfume, every texture that answers the touch of her hands seems to sharpen her awareness of the world around her. The telephone rings, startling her. She chooses to ignore it. The driver is already waiting, and she doesn't want to be late. She checks she has her purse, her parasol. The ringing stops. She hopes it wasn't Cariatis saying she couldn't come. Too bad, she thinks, thrusting her hands into her gloves. Descending the stairs, she's conscious of the mannequins in the shop below. Cold torsos, plaster heads, stiffly angled hats and gowns. She feels the heat they are cheated of. Everything seems so quiet and still here compared to the agitation she feels inside. As she opens the door, the smells and noises of a raw spring evening greet her. She takes several head-clearing breaths, inhaling deeply as if receiving a new draught of life. Then, with a quick movement, she steps into the back of the waiting car. It is dusk, lighting up time. All around her the city's lamps are coming on. A garish splendour spreads across the capital, extending up the avenue's spurs. Trams thunder along the boulevards. Omnibuses bully up the streets. The car moves slowly past the bar at the back of the Ritz and turns sharply right into the Rue Saint-Honoré. Idling for a moment in the traffic, the driver swings left down the Rue Royale towards the Place de la Concorde. Crossing one of the tram tracks at an angle, the wheels protest with a high-pitched squeal. The car jolts from the impact. Coco's hat bumps against the roof. "Careful," she scolds the driver. "Sorry," she says, waving him away. She has been working hard all afternoon. Her stomach feels empty. She's not eaten now for several hours. She wouldn't feel comfortable in that dress otherwise, and she's keen to meet her escort. It's all been arranged by a friend. Her nervousness and the motion of the car mix together to make her giddy. The sensation of weightlessness stretches to her limbs. It's odd, but as the car swerves lightly this way then that, she has the sensation of being drawn towards something by invisible lines of force. For a moment, she sees herself from above. She feels as if she's floating. Finally, after picking its way through the crowds in the Avenue Montaigne, the car comes to a stop. Glued to a Morris column is a poster advertising Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring. The theatre doors have opened. The flower sellers are out in force. Hundreds of people are milling around. Coco slides out into the humming darkness. The air seems warmer here, as though charged. Something sappy in the atmosphere attracts her. The magnolia and horse-chestnut blossoms are brighter almost than the lamps.